Go Gadget Brown Bricks. What we have here is a Fasco Parlour Fan. 4 blades, 52 inches, Walnut Brown finish. This model is, I guess, what you would classify as a later Gen 1 Parlour Fan, as it has the SQ-like Vari-Low system with the potentiometer, heatsink, and all that. As evidenced by the skinnier variable speed knob. Overall, this fan is in pretty good shape, though I did make quite a few changes to the fan compared to how it was presented when I first got it. First of all, the light kit. The fan originally came with an antique brass 4-way light kit that was very ornate and very gaudy, and in my opinion it was too big and did not match this fan at all, so I took it off and replaced it with this brown 1-socket fitter. That is not a Fasco fitter, I believe it's Hunter, and as such the finishes do not match perfectly, but it works well enough. However, this light kit will not be permanent on this fan due to one flaw that I overlooked when putting the light kit on, and that is this. Due to the lavalier pull chain this fan uses, I am unable to turn the fan on by pulling on the tassel because of the light kit. So in order to turn the fan on, I have to reach my finger or thumb up and flick the lavalier down like that. Not a huge deal, but it is a deal breaker for this light kit being permanent on this fan. Second of all, the blades. This set is, I believe, pecan, and it's solid wood. It came off of my white and brass parlor fan that I videotaped a few months back. And the set looks pretty good on here. This fan originally came with a plastic wood grain set of burnished walnut. I took that set off, however, because some of the blades on that set were rather warped and kind of out of pitch with one another. I believe the main reason for that being this fan, when it was uninstalled, it was still completely together and laid on the ground in that kind of awkward position where 2 of the blades are leaning against the ground as well as the canopy in the back, which led to some damage. The canopy collar was pretty bent from being leaned on the ground like that. I bent it back the best I could, but I do think it is still a little crooked. And another result, oh boy, paint scratched off the downrod. My favorite. Fan dates to 1981. And one other quirk about the canopy is you can see there are 2 holes pierced into it. That is because this fan originally used a swag kit. However, I took the swag kit off and just ran the makeshift conduit through one of the holes in the canopy for convenience of this test installation. However, I did end up leaving one of the chain links in the canopy as I was unable to get that one out, but it's not really an eyesore at all. If anything, it's just like a neat little quirk, like a canopy ring, almost like a small earring or nose ring on a person. There is the light. And now we'll go ahead and start the fan on low. This blade set is not super well balanced either, however, this set will likely be easier to balance compared to the plastic wood grain set. One other benefit to the holes pierced in the canopy, and me being able to run the wire through it is that then I'm able to mount the canopy flushly to the ceiling. I don't have to give it like a half a centimeter of clearance for the wire to go through. And that way it's also easier to hide the fact that the collar is a little bit crooked still. So you have a nice aesthetic low here. Probably one of the slower Vari-Low or SQ-like Vari-Low parlor fans I've seen, which is nice. Turn it up a little. Up some more. Trying to be careful not to overshoot it, as these Fasco potentiometers are pretty sensitive. Overall, the fan runs well. A little bit of dry bearing noise, but not a lot. That noise could potentially be eliminated maybe with some lubrication to the nylon bushing. Then that's full speed on the Vari-Low. And the camera's gonna not want to focus. There's a little bit of wobble. Not much, but a little bit. And now we'll go to high. One other quirk about this parlor fan is that the pull chain sequence is backwards compared to what I've seen on most other ones, where the first pull is the Vari-Low setting, the second pull is high. And then the third one turns it back off. Not the only parlor fan I've seen like this, but this sequence definitely seems to be the minority. Overall, it runs pretty well. Not too much wobble. Isn't super fast, but that's certainly made up for with the steep blade pitch, as airflow is very good. And there you have it, a 52-inch Walnut Brown Fasco Parlour Fan.